Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Northwest Pizza and Pasta, where if you think the pizza is good, this nigga, man. He on bullshit today. This is gonna be an epic show.
That's what you got now?
This you.
That's how you get that?
Oh.
Effortlessly.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we're the real big three here.
The real big three.
What's good?
Today's episode of the Meet the Brave podcast is powered by Northwest Pizza and Pasta. Where you think the pizza is good, wait till you try. Hands down the best wings in the valley. Nobody does wings like NWP. Order now online for takeout or delivery to speed up the process. Today's episode of the podcast is also powered by Uplifters, Black-owned domino company where it's not just dominoes. You can get a table, you can get some chairs. You might even get some... No, I'm snitching. That's snitching. I'm not going to say that. Shout out to my brother Jonell. Special announcement coming up. A collab with Grand National and Uplifters on a special exclusive set of dominoes drops this week. Look out for the pre-order, and the link is always in the description of the show if you want to find out more about Uplifters, a lifestyle company that is specifically for the bridging of the culture. This episode is also powered by the REEF Studios located in Oakland, California, where I'm proud to be part owner with my brothers OG Jaron and Brian Simmons. Everything for podcasts, multi-tracking musicians, vocal recording, you name it, we got it, we can do it. Tap in. And lastly, Meet the Brave podcast is powered by our brother Let's Bubble Productions, Lex, who is also co-host of the show and producer of the show, and just makes this shit pop and look great on YouTube content-wise, man. Tap in for all your visual needs, storytelling, film, etc., etc.
I always wanted two of them.
Two of them.
I don't even know what the two are.
I don't even know how that just sounds good. Oh man. It's Meet the Brave podcast. I am Monty Draper.
I am LG.
Lex B-U-B.
My guys, how are y'all feeling?
Great.
This nigga, he here today.
Yeah.
I'm good.
He
How y'all
Tom
doing?
Shep in the corduroy jeans.
Can we have a deep dive about some of the errors in some of the classic films?
Okay.
I had an argument with Teen and Poe about Friday. The fact that they was trying to get $200, but technically Smokey did try to give Worm $100. So they really only needed $100, right? Am I right or wrong? Because he was asking for $200.
Exactly.
So it's kind of a glitch. Because in my argument to them was asking for $100 versus asking for $200 there is a difference. I think people are a little bit more inclined to go, $100, all right. $200, it's kind of sick.
But is that not hood though? Because like you still want to keep your $100.
You still want
That's
to
what I
keep
was about to say. He still want to pocket the...
So I do need $200.
So is that was intentional then? So
Yeah,
he
like
did need
I
$200.
have $100, but I'm trying to get you to help me out to get $2.
But the niggas almost
And
died.
I'm bringing you in too. So you ain't got nothing to do with this, but I'm bringing you in with
Them
me on
niggas
this.
got shot at with machine guns over $100.
Oh, hey.
So that's the one.
Uh-huh.
They couldn't get my man Tom Shep some sweats, some breakaways, or nothing. He just had to play in the corduroys. And as to the legend, however, have y'all ever tried to play basketball in some corduroy jeans? Just gonna throw that out.
He had corduroy capris.
They was fit. They were form fitting.
Because he had the high socks, so you could see the socks.
And the thermal.
And on top of that, you got to remember, every time he was practicing with no ball, he had on...
Damn. That nigga was playing with no hoop.
Have you ever tried to just hoop in general in something that warm and not pass the fuck out, bro? Like, my nigga. I'd rather hoop in draws, bro.
Corduroys though.
Nah, it's bad.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
But then again, he was like his game was very like it was all mid range.
So technically he
it wasn't
he
really
need
much
full
movement.
range of motion. I got you. There's another one.
It was just free throw line extended.
There's another one that Kev brings up that has completely ruined a classic movie for me forever.
What's that?
That is Sister Act 2.
What's wrong with Sister Act 2, man?
They're going to a private school in the city. They can't raise the $2,000 to get to LA. Between all the teachers at the school and all the parents, they can't get the $2,000 to get to. But they're at the private school in the city, so that's where it starts at. But where you really will never watch Sister Act 2 again for the rest of your life, and this, Kev, I hate you for this. Whoopi Goldberg don't have no eyebrows, son.
But that's her whole career.
Nigga. News to me. I didn't know this.
She didn't cover it up with the head wrap?
No.
But see, I think what's happening, like, optically, because the nun thing is on you, like, oh, it's just covering up. The rest of the teachers got eyebrows.
Maybe she got eyebrows that's just higher up.
No, her eyebrows. She ain't had eyebrows her whole career.
No eyebrows?
Jungle Fever?
No eyebrows.
Jumpin' Jack Flash?
No eyebrows.
Damn.
What's the
Some scenes she got them, but then the next scene they forgot to draw them on.
Her, Ted Danson, Nia Long, and Will Smith. What's that?
American something?
What is that movie?
Built in America? Made in America?
Something like that. She didn't have eyebrows in that either?
Check. Google pictures of her.
Wasn't she in Ghosts?
No eyebrows.
Come on, y'all, you messing with me. Color Purple. She got eyebrows in there. Don't do that to me.
Check.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Lex. She didn't have eyebrows in The Color Purple?
It sounds like she never had them.
Oh, man. All right.
I'm going to put it like this.
I didn't know that.
Where do you think her eyebrows went?
Just in the midst
You think
that Hollywood shit stressed her out. Like, hey, look here. Just to prove a point.
Does she have it on The View?
Unless
Is she on The View? What is she on?
Unless she got some hair implants, she don't got no eyebrows.
I haven't seen
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
I watched Passenger 57, and I didn't realize they just switched this nigga's coat in the middle of the movie.
In the middle of it, just like, fuck
and
it.
rocked with it. Completely different color, completely different style, everything.
Damn.
Fucked me up the whole movie.
You just ruined it for me. We got to talk about, see, there's a lot of those movie trivias. If y'all got any, send them in, because now I'm fascinated. Now I'm just watching everything where they just go, we're watching Breaking Bad again. There's a few of those pickup shots. I'm at the scene where right before Tuco dies, and he kills his homie in the fucking junkyard. They do the pickup for the next week, and the dialogue is like different by like a hair. They got it as close as they could, and it's slightly different. I'm like, damn. You just catch all that little weird shit.
But see, Breaking Bad don't got no
season.
excuse.
Breaking Bad really don't have no excuse.
All those other movies, since they were done on film, it's like, I get it. You niggas
Wait, no, but didn't they do season 1 of Breaking Bad is filmed?
Yeah.
Something like, or either the pilot.
It was like season 1 and then halfway through season 2 and then they switched.
Got you.
Some shit like that.
That's what Vince Gilligan was saying. He was like he was lobbying for film and he was lobbying for film and the network was like, nah, fam, use digital. It's just too expensive. It don't make no sense to keep trying to do film. And he shot it on film and they were like, yo, this is kind of tight. But then the editors they brought in were able to make it look like it was on film and he couldn't tell the difference. And so he finally was like, all right, y'all got me. You got it. Yeah. Like, we can go digital now. But I want to say at least the first season is Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I think the first season and then, like, I'm still surprised that they shoot, what's the show with the zombies and shit?
They don't shoot Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead is all film. Because the makeup.
Christ. Oh, okay.
If they shoot it digitally, you'll
see everything.
You'll see everything too clearly, and they don't want to do that, so they have to do it.
Well, that makes sense. So what is? Damn. So what's the overhead on Walking Dead then? Because what season is this?
This is the last season, but
sick with it. But they make a lot though.
Yeah.
What you mean?
They make a lot off merchandise. They make a lot.
I see.
Like Comic-Con shit. Like they have.
No. They do numbers. I'm just going. What's your base then? If you go, we have to shoot this all film. Because don't Walking Dead give you a guaranteed like 12 episodes a season, if not more?
Yeah,
easily. But they do that thing where they break it up into two seasons throughout the year. Yeah, they do that now. That's all of that network though. Like the entire network does that now. Yeah,
they do that shit with Better Call Saul. And I'm losing
Breaking Bad also has like 3 or 4 spinoffs.
True.
So like it's just a cash cow.
Are the spinoffs shot in film as well?
I don't know, but I just know they.
I haven't seen the spinoffs.
Yeah, I haven't watched them. I just remember.
I'm so invested in Walking Dead that I refuse to invest myself into anything else that much.
That'll divert you,
bro. Like I will not do that again to myself. Like that's why I'm doing miniseries because I'm not gonna devote myself to any other long form
everything's
show.
a miniseries. There's who would or before we even get to that, shout out to our viewership, our listenership. we didn't have a whole. I forgot we doing the show.
We kicked that a little bit.
What
Sorry
are we
about
talking about? Everybody listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Castbox FM, Simplecast, you name it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Everybody watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and hit the notifications. God damn it. Yeah, man. That's it. That's our inventory, right? I think.
Yep.
I think we got everything.
We done touched everything.
Yeah,
that's about right.
We was about to go down a whole wormhole on some damn film and zombies and all that shit.
We were.
It's a lot to get to.
What wasn't on our stuff at all today? That's just kind of where we went.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, find what's not on here. And let's start the first 30 minutes of the show talking about that shit.
On with that one.
A lot sort of took place. I think a lot of the shit that we kind of care about took place. But again, I don't want to bore people, politics and all this shit.
Did we bore people last week?
So here's the thing.
I thought we had different and also some funny takes on the exact same thing that everybody's talking about.
Yeah,
because the news is like stuck in cement right now. And I think all of the excess media was in a similar place. So at least I was just trying to come up with like some random ass theories that'll make sense for the exact same thing, so people can look at a different angle.
Well, I feel like that's sort of if we had a thing, that's our thing. It's like, hey, here's everything everybody's talking about. Y'all niggas figure out how to turn that shit inside out.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
And because it's once a week and you give everybody the runway to talk about it, all right, everybody's saying the same thing. So let's come in here and not say the exact same thing and have the same takes, because clearly everybody's watching each other's show and sharing the takes. And it's kind of like social media where it's like even the podcasters have the same identity now. That's why I love 85 South Show, because them niggas are just on their own island. Like them but what's tight is that they consume all the other shows. Just like Los is just his own bruh. And then the fact that Clayton is back, Clayton
is one of the funniest human beings.
Bruh. That nigga, like, I was calling Carlos the best stand-up. I think Clayton is up there. I don't care for his...
Like Clayton was talking about getting stuck on that roof, bro.
with the protests in L.A., nigga, I was dying. Stand-ups.
Yeah.
Segura is up there. I just don't care for his content, but he's hella funny. Segura, Clayton, Carlos, Takara is hella fun. She's hilarious.
Takara from Next Top Model?
No. There's a female comedian named Takara.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. She fucks with Kev on stage, and that whole is part of that whole clique.
Oh, gotcha.
And this is like the new wave comedians that we're talking about. It's like obviously not. It's like there's this new underground breed of comedians that specialize in doing skits, and most of them are in L.A. Luckily, Los and them are still in Atlanta, so it's a different world and different steeds. But even the L.A. younger black scene that are in and around the Kev on Stage, the Craig Smiths, the Farside TV, and the Kev on Stage channel, like it's a whole wave of motherfuckers that are doing excellent shit comedy wise and then content wise too. So I think we talked about it, but wanted to send a special salute to Kev and them for getting their studio, building it out, and then the partnership. G, I don't know how much of that you've watched, but Tony Baker, Tahir, Angel, Melissa, Kev on Stage's his wife, and I know there's some Keon, yep, for sure, Keon. That whole crew has come together to sort of form a co-op, if you will, a board, an ecosystem where you share resources, you share network, and then your money is able to stretch further. The infrastructure you're able to build can go so much further, and you can insulate with your crew. So from commercial work to network shit to corporate to you name it, it's really a dope model. So I want to send a special salute to them. The success is one thing. I think what's so important to the optics of Black folks working together like that for a common goal and reaching the success. And make no mistake, I hope hopefully one day Kev and the crew can talk about the inner working, the politics and the ups and downs that they've experienced as a crew, but navigating that shit and to figure it out and sort of to have their moment.
I think what helped out a lot though for them was the fact that All Def just shut down the way that it did when
Russ got in trouble.
When Russ dipped. Still don't know what Russ is, but when that happened and they were like kind of stuck doing everything on their own in All Def, and there wasn't really like the budget that they were used to before. Yeah, that allowed them to really get more on like their ownership tip, because it wasn't as like. It wasn't as much of a safety net available. It wasn't really a safety net to begin with, I don't think. But I think you just want to be like, it's a Black person running this, so you feel a little more comfortable as a Black person being in the executive position at that type of space. But I think that did help out a lot.
That's a good point, G. I do wonder what their aspirations of ownership was prior to things falling apart, and them sort of going, okay, we have this. And then just leaning on the data and the analytics, right? So if you go, yo, man, every time Kev drops a video, his shit hits 1 million views no matter what. Every time Tony drops a video, his shit does right in that ballpark, not too far off, like the equivalent of going viral every time you drop something. So let those two be the cornerstones, and let's come together, build a bigger following. To hear you come on when Doughboy was a part of the situation, grabbing Keon, Angel has been like the sleeper for me. Like ever since she's come aboard and like been a part, something has happened as far as like balance and just like, I don't know. It's just she's hilarious. I love seeing her. She's hella talented. Keon, as you said, Pat Cloud is hella funny. Hella talented.
Keon's wife is funny as fuck too.
Yes, but Keon's wife is hilarious,
bro. And then
the wives as a whole,
as a whole, they're actually pretty dynamic. Also, I think a cool thing for
CP, Craig,
a cool thing that bridged the gap to getting to like the Kev on Stage app was the All Def coming back. Because after they had the hiatus and then All Def came back on board with everything being in influx, you don't really know what's going on. Yeah. That allowed them to then use the All Def brand to then build their own brands in order to now bridge to this idea that we have. So I think that has been in the works for a minute, but for sure it probably took place after that hiatus, because the hiatus was so weird for everybody with you not actually having a job. Yeah. Like they didn't, like there wasn't no income coming at them. Like their income was from like YouTube.
And they had to hit the road. They had to make hella content and hit the road. And I think at least from the outside looking in, from a consumer standpoint, they really saw the value of their efforts over the years. So what Craig has been able to turn his channel on into, salute to him for having hella talented people up there, including Iman Europe. Those episodes have all been incredible. And that whole platform that Craig has built on his own outside of All Def, and then the shows that they created during quarantine. So Trivia Mob, Black Blasphemy, the zooming with the homies. Like they created all of these different means of content, and it was like, yo, this is some of the most brilliant, resourceful, innovative shit you could ever imagine, when a lot of networks just didn't do anything. Complex suffered from everything from Complex to what's some of the other Oh shit, Bon Appetit. Bon Appetit essentially crashed and burned, bruh, like overnight. Like these different networks just suffered. Meanwhile,
COVID was an even playing field.
absolutely.
If it wasn't anything else, it evened the playing field it made creatives really get into their bag, which then showed that they have a lot more leverage than they thought they had initially.
Yeah.
Or even paid attention to having it initially, because all the bags were actually there for them just to grab. When those bags became a little bit more scarce,
Yeah. And
you got to see a lot of separation, because some people sit still and others, take advantage.
And we shout out 85 South all the time, so I think people know how we feel about them. But Kev on stage and that entire crew, and then more locally for me, the homies out of the East, No Vultures podcast, they have done a really good job of like going to interview the legends and the people who may not have had as much like fame, but are so intricate on the mob scene. Their interviews with Tone Capone and the Mac Malls of the world and the delinquents. It's like, bruh, like you can't go find this stuff anywhere on a more local scene for me. And then Soren Baker, that has taken it upon himself to really catalog the evolution and the story of West Coast gangster rap as a whole. He just did an interview with Fred Reck the other day, and I woke up at like 6 a.m. and it was the first thing I saw on my run, and I was like, I'm about to listen to this. And Fred Reck is just like, again, one of those people that's been around for everything, and is so instrumental. And if you're not from here and if you're not really tapped in, you probably don't know. And even if you are from here, you don't really have the insight or the nuance to what these people mean to this specific history of rap music that literally is instrumental for making the business that we now know and love. Like, I know everybody does the mecca for basketball and music is New York, like salute. But that shit didn't become big business until Easy and them got a hold of that shit. So let's not ever forget that, what the independence of West Coast music did for music as a whole, but specifically hip hop. So when you talk about Ruthless Records and everything that was happening simultaneously in the Bay, from MC Hammer to Short and to eventually 40, it's like that shit is monumental in regards to this turning into big business, because P was able to come here and see what was happening. Jay Prince was able to literally take producers from the mob scene and have them produce for Rap-A-Lot Records and be a part of that influx of like, yo, this is big fucking business. So Soren Baker, salute to you, bro. That I'm really glad that there are people doing shit like that with podcasts and being that creative and being that versatile. I think is how I got to that point of L being like, yo, nigga, we just come in here and talk about all the shit people don't. And I'm glad we carved that space out for ourselves on the show, and I credit that to my two co-hosts, because y'all niggas be coming here talking about the wildest shit, and that I have nothing to do with that. I'm PC. I can't mess up my sponsors, man.
Yeah, okay.
Here we go. You really trying to get that owl chain?
They keep disrespecting me. You and your mans over here. Niggas thought that was funny. Trying to get that owl chain. That's crazy. No, but 40, if you listening, man. What's up, man? Talk to me. Y'all trying to impeach the president one more time? No?
It's already done.
Huh?
Ain't it done already?
I don't know. This is the second time they did it. I figured they was going to try to do it 3 more times and let us know they mean business this time.
Yeah, now it's just a matter if they're actually going to convict him on anything, because that's the only other thing. Is like if he's gonna serve any jail time. But when it comes to like the impeachment part, the most important part about the impeachment was just that he won't be able to go to try to become a president again.
So I keep hearing that, G, and I'm 100% open to being angry, bruh. However, if 70 million people voted for this man this time, and he got to become president. He got to even run for president in the first place.
Yeah,
fighting a sexual assault, tax evasion, all these different criminal elements of him that were in place prior to him ever running, and it still happened. It's too late to save your democracy now, my nigga. Leave that man alone.
Oh, completely. Completely. But, I mean, I just don't think you, like, just compound it. I think it's just time to just nip it. So, Brad deserves to go to jail. So, put his ass in jail. That's really what it comes down to. And I don't see what, like, all the conversation is around it. But if you're not going to do that, it's only going to be... We're gonna end up dealing with something else that's gonna be just as dangerous. Like, there has to be repercussions for just doing whatever the fuck you want to do.
It has to be, but there isn't. Like why? Like, for example, watching the niggas on the no-fly list lose their shit and be so surprised that they getting arrested is like, that's like they dead ass thought, oh, I can go back. I can act the ass and just go back to living and nothing's gonna happen. And the meltdowns. Like, if y'all thought storming the Capitol was a tantrum, watch some of them videos of some of them folks getting pulled off the plane.
That was the funniest content I've seen
my God.
in so long, was people breaking down. Just, what do you mean?
What do you mean? Like, fam, and genuinely confused.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the thing for me. Like, I'm with everybody. Team brought up a good point, was to what you were saying, and it was like, yo, his pension and everything gets taken with the impeachment. It's like, that's wonderful. I get it. However,
also pension and security. Security was important too.
Hey, I'm rolling, y'all. And there's a part of me that goes, nigga, it's, what is it now? Is it 8 days left? 9 or whatever? And this is what Twitter, now you can swoop in and stop the rhetoric. Facebook, now you can come, like, everybody's trying to save their ass, and it's just like, oh man, this is reminiscent of black folks marching and peacefully protesting, of Colin peacefully kneeling, not bothering nobody. And then going, well, what do you mean there's police brutality? Like, you not, and then you need to see a nigga have his neck knelt on for 8 minutes and 41 seconds before you push the button. Your democracy is dead, fam. Twitter, sorry, you too late. Zuckerberg, you too late. The damage has been done.
Oh yeah, completely. But I don't think big business like that, big tech business for sure, is in the game for democracy. Like, they're in the game for whatever works for the masses who are angry about whatever the hell is going on. So if it gets big enough to their radar, then their adjustment is usually going to go in favor of the most people. So if the most people, because they're in an area where there isn't much competition to them, so you're dealing with different air.
They going sheer numbers.
So they're not trying to be proactive about shit. Like, they're not trying to overreact on anything initially. They're not trying to do none of that stuff. But once it gets to their radar where there's a finger on a button and nobody's taking it off of that button, that's when they're like, okay, we have to do something about it.
But
that's the only point that they're gonna do. They're actually gonna move at.
So now to that point, now the overreacting reeks of being disingenuous.
Oh, completely.
Where there was speculation first, now it's confirmed. Mm-hmm. I was just up here talking for the last 3 years. Like, I just up here just winging it. Like, this shit is fucked up, you know. And no, it is. And now the 70 million who voted for bruh have confirmed that. Everyone's reaction to George Floyd in the pandemic has confirmed that. The mass exodus, which we'll talk about, is confirmed. Everything we've been talking about, and it's like, oh, it's just y'all just 3 niggas on the show rambling. I'm sorry, man. It's hard to unsee. It's hard to unsee and unexperience a lot of the just downright filth that we've been subjected to the last 3 years and 342 days or what have you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, what going forth, America, how do you expect the people to engage and respect and relate to politics as they once stood? Like we can't ever go back to, like, it's like the pandemic. Like once the world opens back up, if we go back to living how we were living, we're crazy. And it's gonna reveal a lot.
No fucking?
Huh? You say what?
That's the only thing folks worried about, man. Hey, y'all
Wait,
better-
nigga, stop.
Huh?
Nigga, stop because of the pandemic.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. I thought I didn't. I missed that part. Somebody didn't warn me, baby.
Nah, man.
That's crazy. Let me stop. I'm wilding.
Hey.
I'm wilding.
Got to. But, nah, you can go ahead.
Wait, now niggas done. Oh,
I'm gonna leave it.
well, I mean, in that regard, though, I am excited for the people who felt activated and felt accomplished and felt proud. More power to you. I hope that helps you sleep at night. And then also, I hope everyone is getting ready for the inauguration too. Mm-hmm. Getting how
they was gearing up. They finally put the suits on. They
Yeah.
found them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They found them.
Yeah.
They had the shields. They found them.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're anticipating. I think they might have been a little late for that one. But,
I'm saying.
because best believe the folks that raided and did what they did to the Capitol or whatever, they're not coming back for that shit.
Yeah, man.
Like all the folks that would do some shit like that, like the catching off guard stuff and knowing that nobody's gonna mess with them about it. The moment the lady got shot in her neck, the moment they killed security and all this other shit, and there's a big national story about it, and folks was getting put off planes. You get to see like how pussy everybody is, so they're not doing that shit again.
Yeah.
Now the folks you need to worry about is the motherfucking snipers. Now that's the motherfuckers you got to worry about. That's the only thing that you got to worry about. But the actual people pulling up, bro, them personalities ain't about none of that life. They didn't think they was actually gonna get reprimanded for it when they did, or as they're coming about it, if anything that even happens to it, because there was a bill that was passed for protesting, and if you were caught in this type of situation, which they're supposed to automatically get 10 years. Now let's see if you actually gonna give out them 10 years.
Yeah.
Every single one of them get 10 years. Go sit down. For good behavior, drop that down to 5. 5 is a good sit down for you doing that dumb shit. You know how much the world changes now in 5 years?
I was about to say they gonna come out whole new world,
bro. That's different, bro. Like the world passing you by. That's a nice slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
You ain't got to give me 20. Hey, give me 5, bro. The world gonna pass you so fucking far, past. Like it's already passed you because you did that dumb shit.
Yeah.
Off of voting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We actually died. You doing off of voting. So the world done already passed you. But think about 5 years from now.
Is it sick of me to want to attempt to I want one of them to explain without being interrupted, without being coached, without being none of that. Just I want one of them to explain, and when I say one of them, one of the folks who stormed the Capitol, the thinking behind it. Like, were they a part of the planning? And if so, what was the discussion in the planning? And then in the planning, did they go home and be like, yo, this is a great idea? And then the whole ride there, like, man, this gonna be awesome. And then once you climb in the wall, like the lady who climbed the wall and fell, like, was it when she fell that she went, yeah, this is stupid? Like, at what point?
Or did she fall and she was like, damn, I should have done all those push-ups before we got here?
It's like what?
Or was her ego a little bruised?
Because she fell in front of her partners?
Bro, what?
And then went and took the stairs.
It's like,
I'm just going to take the stairs.
I should just did this in the first place.
Go live over to the stairs.
I thought it was a good idea. Like I'm so I'm so curious to know what the full thought was, and then what the emotion is.
Think about the person that tries to climb that wall when there's stairs next to it, falls down, gets hurt, and says, "You know what? It probably ain't my day," and leaves, and was the luckiest motherfucker that day.
But she. I'm almost certain that's what happened. Like, she got escorted off the premises, so she good.
That's what I'm saying. Like the luckiest fall was that one.
Like, you technically didn't enter, so all right, we can't hit you.
You didn't even know how lucky you were that day.
I just want to know, like,
won't he do it?
The white lady that says it's the revolution when storming the like. All right, tell me more.
It's the revolution.
Why? Why are you storming the Capitol? Like, Miss White Lady, you look like you live a pretty comfortable life. What are you upset about? I don't know, man. It's
What are you revolting against?
That's what I'm trying.
Yeah, you know what? We do need 60 minutes. Don't stop the trailers. Get back to talking to these type of people. We need to sit down with, because there's different layers to it. So there's like that person that was just caught off guard by the idea, like they were just overtaken with the emotion of it and did some shit off of just, it was just a random thought that came to their mind. They just did it. They didn't think about it beforehand. And then there was the plotting and planners that actually built bombs and shit.
Yeah.
And the ones that was going to specific offices, so they had to have a map of some sort.
Mm-hmm. And a backpack full of zip ties.
A backpack full of zip ties. The ones that AOC won't talk about what specifically happened to her, but folks I'm pretty sure there was people that were specifically there to interact with her. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the things. Those are the ones that you're gonna have to be interviewing them from inside. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit should be a no. Nobody should get off for that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a whole nother level, especially when it's incited by fucking because you lost in the vote. What? Do you know we just had 4 years of motherfucker trying to erase a whole 8 years of history?
Yeah.
Like that shit, whatever. But yeah, we done with that one.
And so our new fearless leader, Joe Biden.
Fearless.
I mean, I'm dementia. Let me stop.
You can't be fearless if you don't.
That's my
can't
point.
Fear if you don't remember.
You don't even remember how to be scared, nigga. You don't know what to be afraid of. It's like, yo, we got what is it, 1.9 or whatever trillion dollars to go towards to stimulus or what have you, the repairing of the economy in what COVID and the pandemic did to it. 1.9 trillion. I ask you, gentlemen, how the fuck does debt work? Cause that's nigga. I know niggas with student loans that be like, nigga, I don't got it. Like, like going through it, refining their student loans right now, and America, who holds significant debt, is like, yo, we got another 1.9 trillion to pull out and put in, and we just gonna make it. We just gonna print it. It's gonna. If we gotta color and stencil that shit ourselves, we got 1.9 trillion for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I'm watching Undercover Billionaire and Grant Cardone and all these people talk about, yeah, you don't got enough debt if you want to be rich. And then I'm looking at Netflix and they like, yeah, man, we stay in the red. I'm like, wait, what? What are we doing? Oh, so I'm not swiping this card enough? Is what you telling me? Oh, Nordstrom's, I'll be over there in a second.
Pretty much. That's actually a high point matter for your credit for some fucking reason. Why the hell is retail such a damn high point for your credit?
Cause nigga, you walking through and them Giuseppe's that you ain't. I don't even know what a Giuseppe is, but it's hey, Nordstrom's say I got 1,500 right now, nigga. I might just do it. What? This is stupid, man. But I can't I can't qualify for a home loan. I'm confused, people. Is all I'm saying. We can just make up shit as we go. But let us say the wrong thing on our little show. We don't hurt nobody. Let Lex say something crazy and watch what happens to the show. We going forever.
Hey, be trying.
Y'all do be trying. No, that's
trying.
the fucked up part.
Hey.
Y'all do be trying.
Hey. Cancel me, motherfucker. Cancel me.
Cancel me, motherfucker. It's crazy. See what I got to deal with?
Try your best, bro. Because I don't play by these same rules as y'all. So try canceling me, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. If we get canceled, we on.
That's ghetto gold, huh?
Bruh.
Ghetto rebrand real quick. I'm back. The man tried to keep us down.
I'm trying to tell you. The week we get canceled, next week we all got chains on.
Ain't no bullshit. We get canceled. We got to up the amount of shows we do.
Yeah.
We gotta go to 2 a week.
Yeah, we gotta do 2 or 3, bro. We gotta stay in these people's ears, bro. They hate us, man.
They hate us. They hate us, man.
What they said in the movie, they hate us because they hate us.
You feel me? Hey, let's just keep talking to you.
I know a few atheists.
I know a couple too.
I know a few non-believers.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And I do my best to love them. In spite of their shortcomings. Y'all hear me?
Okay.
You hear me?
I'm with you.
Testify, brother.
Because the word says.
Okay.
Oh, you getting deep.
Y'all not follow me.
No, say it again.
Follow
Say
me,
it again.
follow
Say
me.
it again.
The word says,
Don't hurt nobody.
Yes, he did.
love thy brother, thy neighbor, the way God would. Come on, somebody.
Oh shit.
Come on, somebody.
That was a gem.
Come on, somebody.
I'm walking with you. I'm walking with you.
And so to these non-believers, I now say,
Okay.
What you gonna tell them?
you had 2020 and you still here. You still don't believe?
Tell them.
And out of the ashes of 2020, like the phoenix,
He said rise like the phoenix, my brothers.
we got the busted challenge. God damn it. Come on. You didn't know where I was going, huh? You didn't know. He didn't know.
I wasn't sure.
I say to the non-believers, if the busted challenge don't repair your relationship with God, nothing else will.
Yeah, you might be right.
Man, I've been down the worm. You ever been down a wormhole that you just can't get out? Like, I mean, usually you can find your way back, nigga. My thumbs hurt. My thumbs hurt.
That like button been going to work.
What? No, I'm so sick. I don't even hit the like button. I'm like, I'm gonna remember her. I'm gonna come back.
You'll come back?
What?
Bro,
Nigga,
bro, have a photographic memory for this shit.
For a Twitter name is crazy because it's an underscore and there's some numbers in there, nigga. If you can remember that, you special. I'm special.
That's nuts.
That is crazy.
Hey, I'm impressed though. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Hey,
Nigga.
This must be impressive.
The busted challenge?
It is.
G.
Okay.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's a lot of because you know what it is? When something that popular happens, you just somebody gotta hate it. And it was like, nigga, I'm here. I keep hearing the Nelly shit. I'm like, man, what is this? And your instincts is to hate.
What is it from?
What's shorty? That's
I'll look it up.
But is it from like a popular song?
it's yeah. But it's the TikTok. It's the.
No, I mean, like, is it a sample?
Yeah, it's they flipped the. I think my butt
Erica
getting big. The
Banks.
Nelly shit. But they flipped the Nelly shit.
My buddy?
I think my butt getting big.
I think
Oh, my butt give. Oh, got you.
They flip it and turn it into a fire ass beat, a fire ass song, and then women took that shit on one and made the most unstoppable challenge. I can't think of a better challenge than this. Like Drake, Shiggy, y'all get the fuck up out of here.
Wow.
Like that's dead. Wow. Busted challenge takes the cake, literally.
This speaks to the body one.
What's that one? That's the
the Meg one.
yeah,
I don't know what that one was.
Yeah, I
remember
don't.
Joe talking about it.
See, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what that one was. That's how epic this one is.
Okay.
And then when I tell you, amazing.
So a lot of prospects out there.
What?
Prospects, they're already in the league. Bro.
Man.
Okay.
Hall of Fame. Hang the jersey up.
Because during 2020, there was less training camps.
Oh no.
There was none.
Hey, so if there's an underground railroad, it was an underground training league for this. Because how baby ready like that? Ready.
Okay.
I said, oh my God.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
it's impressive that that's more worldwide now. Like, there's more people that know how to move themselves.
Ooh-wee. TikTok.
Like, it's just cloning. It's impressive. So now you could just pick anyone now.
Hey.
Hey, okay. Might be coming out of this with some cyborgs. All right.
Impressive. Just because my man ain't seen it, can you please back? Because I don't want to sound like a complete perv. I'm just like, yo, this is amazing.
Talent.
I mean,
I feel like I'm missing out.
Timeline flooded. Just like, clip. Here you go.
They ain't even caring. It's just.
Full Metal Jacket. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn.
One of them. Yep.
Damn.
Okay. That's mine. I ain't had nobody to talk to about that. I need to get
spent
that
7
off my
hours
chest.
at work just looking at it. They only 18 seconds.
7 hours at work, nigga. How long is your shift? Goddamn.
See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's only a lunch break.
Oh,
it's been
man.
slow work week. I was like, God damn, they still going.
Hey.
Oh, man.
Damn, it was that bitty, huh? Shit.
But it makes you want to be like, okay, I wish outside was open for one. It's my first thought. It was just like, I wish the world was open.
Shit, they wish outside was open. That's why they stuck in the house doing that.
Man.
Right now.
So then, all right, you like, second thought is like, outside ain't open.
Because that was something, though. Like, where is all of that energy going?
Huh.
That's what
To the busted challenge?
Bro, like, you got to overdo these challenges because it ain't, where is that energy going? It has to be supplanted somewhere. It's just stuck.
Hey. So, well, no.
It's just building a bigger Kamehameha.
You get your man. Get your man. What is happening today? What is happening?
Shit might be it. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I mean, to your point, niggas thought the world was closed until Bow Wow got a hold of being able to throw a show.
Bro, Bow Wow, Fab, man, that Fab shit got shut down. Like, they out there big wilding.
Niggas let Bow
They
Wow.
found a spot.
Niggas let Bow Wow throw James Harden a farewell party, man. What is happening in the world, L?
You thought he wouldn't?
Nigga, not Bow
You
Wow.
didn't think it'd be Bow Wow?
Well, maybe I should have known. Maybe that's my fault. I should know better. You right. I didn't even think about that.
Hey.
Last time I saw Bow Wow, he was on a fishing boat shooting a yacht video.
And you say why Bow Wow? You just explained it.
Okay,
He on a yacht
y'all right.
fishing.
Y'all see, I should know. I should have known better.
Bro,
This is on me.
For
I blame
some
myself.
reason, bro, Bow Wow just keeps going, bro. Like, it ain't no. It's something. I don't know what it is.
And then the fucked up part is, Bow's gonna catch a hit.
Oh yeah, he has to.
Why? Like he
Eventually.
gonna catch one, and then niggas gonna have to take back all that hate for Bow. I can feel it.
He should just bring back Pole in the basement. Should it be dope? Just deluxe that motherfucker.
We gonna have to talk to your man off air because he just
Nah, you gonna get a
it's
trophy off
the
air.
line and he over here right now.
Nah, you gonna get a
Just
trophy.
just bring back Pole in the basement, man. That shit'll be fire. That shit, he probably played that shit at night. That shit for sure probably turned the club up.
But so did he perform that at the farewell party?
For sure.
That was packed.
Pole in the basement had that motherfucker.
That was
bro.
packed.
Pole in the basement is perfect for Houston. Perfect.
I hope he performed Bounce with me.
But who? So are y'all?
Probably did bounce on him.
He did. He got. Wait. No, that's a good question. What's Bow Wow's set list?
It's crazy.
Shit, 8 songs, same ones. What What's that one?
Is he on Gucci Bandana? That's him and Soldier, right?
Nah.
That's just Soldier? What's the joints? Whatever joints him and Soldier Boy got, he got to do.
Marco Polo.
Okay, he got to do that. What's the one with him and Omarion? However many him and Omarion got, he got to do those.
The song with Sierra.
The one with Sierra. The one when he was in the rain.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how many of the kid
What was
joints
that with
can you
Jagged
do?
Edge?
Only got the one with Birdman too, or something like that, or somebody wrote that Birdman or Lil Wayne or T.I. wrote.
How many of the kid joints can he do in his set that y'all gonna let him get away with?
That we gonna let him get away with? It's
Yeah.
as many as the women gonna let him get away with.
They grew up with him.
Guys do what the women do in clubs.
Y'all got a point. Shit.
Like if we looking for what the guys gonna do at the club, nigga, that club is about to get shut down fairly early.
Somebody find out what Bow Wow set list is, please. Now I'm curious. Because if he doing Bounce With Me, if he doing anything off the Like Mike soundtrack, we got a problem.
Guessing that there was out of towners, so they haven't been able to go outside in a bit. So it don't matter what Bow Wow played, as long as it was music with that many people in there, that close to each other, with women involved.
It didn't matter what it didn't matter
He
what
could have played whatever the fuck.
he did his
He
verse.
could have played a whole album that's unreleased.
He did his verse from Where the Party At?
for sure.
For sure, huh?
He probably even did the skit off the Doggy Style album.
I want to be a motherfucking hustler.
And then let it go into the song.
That's
and
how
No,
how it
he didn't
came out.
do that. That's sick, Lex. That's sick. That is disgusting. No way.
hey,
No way.
you want to let him know how far his lineage goes back.
Well, I mean, they were there. They were there for a good cause. People were outraged.
Over.
Atlanta, Houston, most of Florida, all of it's open. Are we, in comparison to the places that are closed, LA, are y'all keeping track of those numbers? Does that matter to y'all or not? Because I don't know. I haven't been.
Well, Houston is supposedly at 20%, so they're actually fairly high.
20. Houston is fairly high.
Yeah.
How
I
was
just
it?
don't give a fuck.
How was Atlanta?
I don't know where Atlanta is actually.
Okay,
Atlanta, I think, is still in that place where they're not testing enough.
they're not testing. Got you. Okay. So the farewell concert, Meek and a few others, was for Houston to say goodbye to their prodigal son. James Harden got what he wanted and was shipped off to Brooklyn. And then first game came out with a 30 clip and a triple double. What say you? I don't know. I happy for him. I
mean,
the business of it all. It's like I watched Shaq say something about James Harden should feel indebted to the city and all that weird shit and the franchise. I'm like, that all feels weird to me, especially from someone like Shaq who dealt with the Orlando franchise and then eventually got ran out of LA. And it's just a weird thing to hear. I don't know. I hear a lot of people say James didn't handle it right, all these other things, and it's like, fam, if you want out, you want out. Hold on. OG Jaren, you are on the podcast with Monty Draper, LG, and Lex BUB. Sir, how are you?
Man, I'm all love, man. I'm so sorry to bother you, but I just want to just spread love and tell you, y'all the dopest creators in the Bay Area, man.
Hey, man, look, I'm honored. I'm honored to share a studio with you and being part of a crew.
hey, man, all
And,
the respect, man. Right on.
And we got some joints together, my brother.
Hey, come on, man. Just trying to make some joints. I was just calling to tell you, man, let's put a week aside and just make some joints.
Oh,
a whole week.
Hey, you know, you ain't said nothing but a word to me. That consider it done.
That's all I want. That's all I want is a whole week, man.
Consider it done.
All right, man. Put that into play.
All right.
Y'all be cool like y'all be cool.
All right, bro.
All right.
What? There's some special shit happening right now in the Bay. Yeah, G. What do you make of it on a couple levels. Because I know, knowing you like I know you, I want to imagine is some of the nastiness you're not fucking with. The same time, you anti-establishment. Same time, what you say? I've been curious all week.
I mean, I think for this particular situation, it comes down to what the franchise has given you to this point that didn't work out, not because of the pieces that was given to you, because you asked for all of them, but because of you as an individual not doing everything that it takes in order to get what it is that you say that you want. So I think that he kind of falls in that place of passing the buck over to other individuals and not taking the ownership of itself. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it comes down to. So I was surprised with the owner of the Houston Rockets being Tillman Fertitta. I was surprised that he would even like decide to do that, like do a trade whatsoever. Like even with the level of disrespect that he was giving off, which I would guess had more so to do with the pieces that he has in play now, as opposed to like trying to fuck over the franchise player or whatever. But I would think of him like the way that he runs his businesses is that none of that shit that James Harden was doing was even factoring into his mental whatsoever. Like, so that was interesting to see. But I'm pretty sure it's just because he had new people on the team and needed to get them cycled through, and be, have some semblance of care about this franchise going forward with them all being brand new pieces. So I think that's what that was more so about than anything Harden actually did. Now, with Harden being moved over to the other squad, to the Nets, more power to them. I mean, I don't know how those personalities are going to mesh in New York. I think they're going to be very skilled dribble squad that gets a shit ton of dribbles and scoring. And stuff like that, but they can't play a lick of defense, not a lick. So and also they can't talk to media. Like they have no way of conversation with the media. So I hope that their individual personalities that tend to be a little bit more fractured can withstand the media onslaught that is in New York. That's really what it is.
And I think it's just a hoop thing. It's just a hoop thing. When you start talking personalities, you start talking X's and O's, and just just pure basketball part of it. It's gonna be unreal. Like it's three of the best basketball players in the world together that can score at will. But how many times have you, G, seen the more talented teams lose on technicalities of not being able to defend and or not having the best chemistry?
Oh, all the time.
And I don't mean like, oh, nigga, I like you my partner. I mean, no. This is, you don't have to, because a lot of niggas don't be even cool off the floor, but once they get into the game, for the sake of the culture of the basketball team, are dialed in. I think people misuse the chemistry thing to be like, oh, you got to be partners with everybody off the court. That's not what chemistry means. But there is something to be said for understanding how to defer, who's hot right now, who has who just has the better matchup of everybody. Like, there's all these different things that just have to be understood and have to be read and have to be diagnosed, and that's what Brian is really good at. Where it's like, hey, this is what's happening right now. I don't give a fuck what the play was. It's like, that nigga's got a mismatch. We go in there.
It's a very underrated part of his game that's not talked about, and like how his teams even take a L. Like a lot of stuff gets said about Kyrie winning a championship for him, which is a complete false narrative. But it was a lot of things that had to fall in place that from his end that had to be done in order for those games to even be close, for Kyrie to be able to hit a shot, to be then considered a clutch shooter, and then get all the merits for like winning the championship and shit. But look at the following year when Kyrie didn't give a fuck and actually deferred to his eventual teammate on the other squad. He hung him out to dry and made it look like Durant completely served LeBron. That was a narrative that Kyrie was all for. And then it showed up when they went to the wedding the following year. So, like, it's just a whole bunch of things that happens off the floor that's nasty, that that when you get on the court, it's not just when people don't understand. In the NBA, yes, everybody in the NBA can play basketball, bro. Like, the things on the court is probably secondary to all the things that you can do off the court or what you can do as a person that plays basketball for a living. Nothing else. You play basketball for a living. What you can pull on the court to make other people look a certain way.
Yeah.
That's really what factors in. Like, everybody's not, bro, they make so much fucking money. You're not just playing your hearts out every game. Like, that's not the way that you do it. It's more so narrative-based, brand-based. There's a lot of factors that goes into it before you talk about somebody that's just trying to play basketball, bro. Like, nobody's just in there. Everybody knows how to hoop. Every single person knows how to hoop. And then you become a superstar where you can pretty much call your shots and make up new moves and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's even more stuff that you can pull off in a game to either factor a win or factor a loss. Like, them niggas do that, bro. Like, it's a lot more than just playing basketball, bro. Which is also why I don't watch basketball with people. Because don't talk to me about, like, the shit that people are doing on the court, bro. They can pick and choose the shit that they want to do on the floor, bro. Like,
Facts.
Fandom is different.
Who you said something about a winless team in the pandemic. Who are you referring to?
Oh, I'm talking about NCAA basketball, bro.
Oh,
hey, if you ain't won a game in NCAA basketball, I don't know what the fuck you playing basketball for. In a pandemic, bro, I'm putting my health on the line, and I got 0 wins.
Man.
Oh, we might be the most dangerous motherfuckers out here, bro. We might be
pack.
super spreaders.
Let's pack this up.
Huh?
Pack this shit up. Let's go.
Bro, Mississippi Valley State?
Don't do that. Don't call them out like that. Don't call them out. They going through a lot right now.
Bro.
They going through a lot.
They lose by 50 points a game.
Jesus Christ.
And this is by other teams that might have 0 wins. Like, they get their first win by 50, bro. Got to feel good for the rest of the year.
Don't show up to the gym and be both of the winless teams, and you be the one to walk out that lost by 50?
Bro.
Sheesh.
I don't know why they're out there.
Man.
And I don't know if this is their first year in Division I, but hey, my nigga, like, it don't matter.
That nigga said, don't be the winless team in the pandemic.
Don't be the winless team in the pandemic, bro. Like, you are already you're getting none of the benefits of being a sports, being on a sports team. Like, there ain't no parties going on. Well, there's parties going on, but there ain't supposed to be no parties going on.
You ain't invited to them parties.
Huh?
You ain't invited to them parties.
You feel me? Yeah.
if you the winner,
you ain't won one game.
You have no clue. Imagine having, like, being on the squad and knowing nothing about where the secret parties are at.
Lex Bub, did you say we had a listener question this week?
Oh, we do got a fan question this week.
Do we need to prepare ourselves?
Nah, we gonna be good. We gonna be good. Should I ask the question first, and then I'll give you guys the background?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set it up the way you see
All
fit.
right. So the question is, when is it okay to smash the homie's ex?
Yo.
If the ex shoots her shot at you.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
Now the context is the little homie hit me up and he was like, "Hey, bro, I got a question. I be listening to the pod." And he was like, "You individuals seem like you got it under control and understanding in life." And he said, "I want to make sure I do the right thing." But he was like, "The homie." I was like, "How close is the homie?" Nah, we homies.
That was my next question.
And he was like, "His ex." And he was like, They ain't messed around in like 5 years though. But when they were messing around, they were all the way on. But she slid in my DM.
Ex as in like it was his girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he was like, I ain't even never looked at her, but she slid into my DM.
I have a very strong take on this one. So
and sent me pictures and was like, what's up for one night? And he said, I don't know what to do. And he said, can you OGs help me?
Hey, first of all, young man, don't call me an OG. let's start there, young man.
hey, first off, bro. Hey, what age do you get to start being that, bro? Come on now.
Damn.
Is that just how we talk? Like,
That's just how we talk. This is how we talk.
Do we talk from an area of being an OG?
Because I remember being like 21, 22, and then calling niggas that was like 31 OG, and them niggas be like, hey, fam, you got to relax. Like, you wildin'. G, you want to go first?
I mean, if mine is going to be the best kill version of this one, then I don't know if I should go first or last.
Oh, man.
Because you got a funny version of this one, then I would definitely say you might as well just...
I don't know. I don't think mine is funny. It's just like, it's just not... It's probably not going to be what fam expects.
Exactly.
Because, he's seriously stuck.
So, it's a couple... It's nuanced, right? If it's the homie's girlfriend... Absolutely not. Under no circumstances, do not do it. If it was his ex-girlfriend, under no circumstances do you do that. However, if depending on what the dynamics were, that man, and I know that's fucked up to say, but it's just how my brain has worked. But it's like if his girlfriend is out, it's as simple as it's pretty cut and dry. It's not too much more to explain. Like if he dated her, like they were serious, then you can't do it. If that's your nigga for real. Yeah. If it's not really your partner, my man, have at it. But he said that's his homie. Don't do it. It ain't worth the headache.
I mean, truthfully, it's gonna be. This is one of those situations where I would love to give you advice on like what you should do,
but you're gonna do whatever you want.
I mean, you're gonna do whatever you want, but also I'll be interested to know what it is like what you end up doing. So like a follow up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of like what we say, because I could say shit to I'm blue in the face and you gonna do whatever you gonna do because she has power of the P, bro. Like that's just what it is. So I would say for fellas though, for guys, that there is at some point you have to take control in these situations and not be so like just be so like easy to grab. You know what I'm saying? Like, because from her angle, why do you think she reached out to you specifically with that?
Mark.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think her intentions are? Why do you think she wanted that one night? Like, what do you think her plans are, bro? Like, she's
sinister.
She's looking to utilize this, bro. Like that. Women are so fucking intelligent with these type of things, bro. But because they know what gets underneath the skin of the individual they're looking to mess with.
Like episode commandeered by this is like, yo, you sleep with the partner. Wait, did y'all see the comment to that?
What's that?
One of the chicks was like, "Nah, I'm wild. I'm sleeping with the dad, the op, and the partner." I was like, "Whoa, baby." Because hey, my pops is sick. He's like, "Hey son, let me holler at you."
Right. You know my pops, bro. So like, my take even being this way with who he is, bro. Like it does it. Like it's crazy that I'll even come to that type of stance, but that's only from experience. Like I have partners that have done some wild shit, whatever, right? And
oh no, it's happened to me for religiously.
Sure. It's happened to me.
I just like it's just. Luckily, I'm not wired like that to be one of the emotional niggas to like care. But it was always done as a means to like try to hurt me, and it's like, oh no, you just gave me confirmation of why I don't fuck with you no more. Like, thank you, and then jokes on you. That ain't even my man for real.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I guess it's a learning to G's point. You know, how tactful can you be and how much past the box can you process that information? Like if that's really your nigga, it ain't even a debate because chances are she not fucking with you no way. And they're like, how far is that gonna go? Y'all just gonna smash and you gonna keep it quiet? Like that's another thing I had too. Fuck all you niggas just messing it up with the hoes, man. Like, is this real hoes out here still that just want to be hoes, but niggas can't keep their mouths closed?
So should he tell his homie? Because he's like, the homie's in a happy, good relationship now.
Yeah.
Last time we talked to his homie thinking about getting engaged. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so that's why he's like, bruh, it's been 5 years. I don't know. He was like, it's the homie. And he was like, I ain't even never looked at this chick like that. He's like, it's just the pictures that threw me off.
Yeah.
I beg to. I feel there's difference on that one, and the consideration factor. Like, if you are really considering doing that, you for sure is looking at her prior. So let's take that lie out of the equation. But the one thing on the telling like the homie or whatever, like I'll say keep it player. Don't do it, and don't need to even have a conversation with Brad that's having a cool ass life right now.
It's like you
know,
you just
like,
your man's is happy, and you're like, hey man, I know you happy, and also because you're happy, can I fuck your ex? like,
Or even like, hey, you know your ex hit me up. She said these too.
Yeah, because he good right now, and
so
but
L's point,
he might trip off of that though.
That's your point though.
Yeah.
If you know your man is happy, the ex know he happy. So how can we seep in and disrupt said happiness? Oh, spot the mark, and that's my entry point to gain access to his emotions again. Because again, people just be wanting to be involved any way that they can, especially if you done moved on and got happy.
And you have to understand that women know that like guys think specifically what they dig.
Facts.
Like all they got to do is show you a sexy picture or a naked picture, and you gonna want to fuck. Like, how simple do you think they think you are, bro? And then you gonna fall right into that trap. That's a whole nother deal. Like at some point, like, and you might take that foul, whatever. And it's not specific to the person that's asking this question. This is to guys in general. And once again, guys are gonna hate me again. And once again, I don't give a fuck. How simple can you be when it's that easy to get you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just show me a sexy pic and I want it. You know what I mean? Without factoring in the reason why. That's how niggas get knocked.
Yeah, man. Shout out to bro for asking, first of all. I know, because a lot of people...
Every nigga that got tied up, hog-tied, put in his closet, and robbed in his crib was a nigga that ended up in one of these... was
lined up by a chick. Mo 3. Like, and granted, we not to be extremists. It's just how it can all start is all.
No, you need to hear it that way. You need to hear it that way because every nigga that's happened to niggas plenty of times. Imagine being in your car, bro, and get caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Yeah, that took a dark turn. I thought that was gonna be fun. It's like this kind of, and then to the point of like having experience, been on the other end of that, like I know when it happened to me, it was someone that I was like homies with for real. You know what I'm saying? Like spent a lot of time with, and it was just like, that's interesting, you know. But then you get a little bit older, and you start understanding the dynamics and of just people, and there's a part of you that wants to personalize it in a way, but it's just not healthy too, because it ultimately, like, neither one of their decisions has anything to do with you, you know, whether it be your ex or whether it be your former friend. And ultimately what validation in their decision and hurting you would do. It's just this weird sort of mindfuck thing where you got to just like be removed from it and not personalize it, because it's like, yo, like this bitch really wanted to hurt me, or this nigga really had it out for me. So you start to do the math on all the other times where it's like, oh, you wasn't my pot. Like it's the nigga that'll let you rock his starter. And then y'all get around some chicks. It's like, oh, nigga, that's why you got my jacket on. I'm like,
or the minute female give him a compliment on the jacket, you like, well, you do know that one's mine.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just letting him hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be wary of that shit. And the second I did the inventory on it, was like, oh, that nigga been doing that to me our whole time rocking together. So
Exactly.
of course you would fuck my ex, nigga. Like
That
what?
part.
That don't even. Why am I even surprised?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then if you do the math on that, you're like, oh, you know what it does do is make you feel shitty about your decision making. No, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like neither here nor there, man. Hurt people do really extremely painful shit as a means to try to have you match their brokenness, and
That
I just
part.
don't have that much shit to be mad about. Like my life is fucking awesome, man.
That part.
My niece is adorable, dude. Like I'm fucking happy. So do what y'all need to do, and I'm even sending you congratulations, my nigga. Hey, proud of you. You need anything?
Yeah, I mean, depending on how old you are, you can just blame it on youth.
Yeah.
But you do gotta hope though. Like, well, if he's happy, then you're good. I mean, fuck it, go for it. I mean, it is what it is.
But the fact that fam is asking for it, he don't really want to do it, and so if this helped at all in just the filtering process, not telling you to decide one way or another, but in the filtering process of the after effects, because it's gonna be a dope moment. It's probably that's the other thing too. Like, you better hope the box is fire and it's awesome, because if it's not, then you really gonna feel fucked up. You're gonna be like, okay,
And are you just bored because you locked down in the pandemic?
come on, man.
yeah.
Because that
I got the OnlyFans unlocked for you, nigga. You take
you
care
got
of
the
that.
OnlyFans unlocking your phone right now?
Hey, 15 bricks of that bag.
Exactly.
Yeah, to make what is it to make? Let me stop snitching on myself for them people come get me.
Nah, but for real, man,
I'm proud of us. We took that very seriously. Education.
Now, tell you the truth though, that's a very serious thing for me, because like I'm a easy candidate or easy individual for like cutting folks off, or like at least keeping people at an arm's distance, or keeping people at a certain distance from me, off of just like situations that I put them in. You know what I mean? Like, so if you and this could be the smallest thing to the largest thing, but I tend to put people in a bunch of different scenarios, just naturally, and then just see if they sink or swim in those type of situations. You know what I mean? So like, these are things that are characteristic things. So like, these are things that are a lot harder to get rid of, and you can't really fake it. You know what I'm saying? So like you can't like, if depending on like what you end up doing in these type of situations, lets me know a lot about an individual, which then lets me know how business with this individual will be. Being around family, being around good times, being around bad times, you know, like it's a bunch of different things that lets me know a lot about an individual from certain scenarios you put them in. It's for sure.
Yeah. Everything is sort of a test setting up for the moment. Part of that was when people say things and mean it as a slight, and you receive it as, nah, that's just smart. This week when Funk Flex was talking to Wallow and Gilly, talking about Ho, it's like, nah, that nigga's the most sensitive nigga in the world. That's why he ain't on social media. And it's like, huh.
How many people you think it had to pass through for Ho to even hear that shit?
I for whatever reason, him and Flex have a strange history. So I'd imagine Ho, the shit that Flex says gets to him right away.
Okay.
I would imagine so.
I always wonder. I wonder how they present that to Jay though. You know this nigga Flex talking shit again.
But the fucked up thing is, I think Joe was talking about this, or somebody was talking about it, where it's like, now Hov be on the internet for real, like he don't interact and don't say hella shit and don't tweet and all this shit, but he can see everything. Like I don't know why niggas think like rich niggas or niggas that have reached that much success just don't be
like
around.
They just be in the library reading books.
Yeah,
it's like human violinist playing.
Like no, that shit reaches them niggas, especially a New York radio figure like Flex. Like that ain't that far removed, and on a platform as big as Gilly and Wallow have built for themselves in terms of going viral. But I thought the funny part was,
I think somebody had to send that to him.
Oh no, no. I think somebody sent it to him for sure. I'm just saying it's not as far as we think. Sure. But what the to the point that Flex was trying to make, it's like, damn, that really is a narrative that people can spew. It's like, oh, you sensitive, so you don't be on the internet for real. And it's like, nah, nigga, like you should manage the shit that comes in your frequency radius. Like you should 100% do that. Like I didn't want to even specifically talk about Hov, but that's really how it comes off. And so somehow I ended up in like 4 separate conversations in and around people not really giving a fuck about not in terms of what we just talking about. Like your man fucked your ex. Like you can pretend like the shit didn't hurt or it didn't make you feel away, and like you try to move on, I ain't tripping, my nigga, it's good, and have that shit manifest in some other weird ass way down the line where you and that nigga get into something petty, and you end up beating this nigga to death, and you cause you ain't processed the fact that you mad that this nigga fucked your ex-girl. Like it's these weird.
I mean, you also lost a man that day. It's a death to a relationship.
If you're smart, you lost a man. Yeah. But if you going, I ain't tripping, my nigga's good,
gotcha,
and you still let him be around, yeah. and then down the that's what I'm saying.
I get you.
And if you smart, you lost a man that day. But the niggas who are constantly going, oh man, that shit ain't bother me. Ain't bother me. I'm like, man, maybe it's just me. Maybe I am wild sensitive because I can go. I don't like that, and I'm not gonna go back, and I'm not gonna fuck with that person again or be in that situation again because I didn't really care for how that made me feel.
Bro, what did Matt Barnes do?
That nigga, let Kanye tell that nigga drove 30 hours.
Bro, that's
let Ye tell it. That's how, and that's really how stories work too. Your niggas get a hold of, man, this nigga drove for 30 hours and beat the nigga up, man.
Hey. How about man running around the kitchen island in your crib?
How the new nigga running around the island is crazy.
Real life.
But you see what I'm seeing?
No, I get what you're saying for sure.
It's little shit like that. So I just like when Funk Flex can go, oh, that nigga's sensitive. It's like, nah, fam, it's just be aware of frequencies. Like if this person has bad energy, my nigga, like that ain't nothing to play with. Like and pay attention, like, cause it's a lot of like fake woke niggas out here, especially the women, be like, oh, I know, I got intuition, I can tell when. No, you don't. Shut up. But there are people who can feel or who are hypersensitive to energy, and go, yo, something ain't right there. Kids are great at that. Kids are really great judges of frequency, and removing yourself or distancing yourself from the situation or reevaluating if it's something you kind of got to coexist in, addressing it and dealing with it or what have you, but it's constantly subjecting yourself to, for me, it's the like when I got off Twitter the first time, I'm back now and have it curated different where I'm not interacting with a lot of the crazy shit. But for a while there, you really couldn't dictate on what you were about to encounter. So I loved the Busted Challenge, but it was something fairly close in proximity to the Busted Challenge that I was like, ooh, this is awesome. And the very next fucking scroll was to somebody being shot in the head on live. And I was like, yep, I'm out. Like I don't care to watch people be killed, but especially black people. Like I don't care to watch black people just murdered, and like this ain't Hollywood either, nigga. This ain't HBO Max. This is fucking real.
Real life.
That lady shot her nigga in the head on live in real fucking life, and I got to just see it. It wasn't no warning. It wasn't no nothing. It was just like somebody being killed.
That's why you just gotta click on the Bussy Challenge hashtag.
Yeah, now I got that figured out now. Hey, I try to do. I got it specific now. It's like, nigga, you mean you just click the hashtag? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, nah, it's frequencies, man. Frequencies, fucking frequencies.
That's real. Yeah, I didn't get the slight whatsoever. But then again, it's New York radio, so
Yeah,
I guess
New
whatever gets to the masses.
We may not ever understand that.
Them niggas is different out there, boy.
But to that, I wanted to ask y'all about emotional decision making.
Mm-hmm.
I've identified how sensitive I am. All the more reason why I've gotten better at going, can I get back to you on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, not immediately. And then, especially in corporate, dealing with corporate, fam, these folks are liable to say anything to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, scenario is 50, the job calls is 50 grand for whatever the deliverable assets are, sitting in a meeting, and they're giving you the brief. You're getting the brief, and they're using all these trigger words. Yeah, urban, because we want to appeal to the hip-hoppity crowd, and you're just like, oh my God, I can feel my temperature rising, but I need this bad.
They didn't say hip-hoppity.
Hip-hoppity, urban, you know, talk the talk.
Razzma Jazz.
Yo, Razzma Jazz is crazy. But you're sitting there and you're already underrepresented in the room, right? And the you want to know the iller part about that, y'all, is I think when you're painting these pictures, it's often like white people doing it, right? No, it's Latinos or Asians or Indian Americans that are we minorities gotta stick together, us black and brown folks, and they're the ones saying these words, and you're going, wait a minute, oh you think we the same.
Mm-hmm.
And so now on sheer principle, for real, like, it's one thing to have that shit happen from white people. It's a whole nother level of sickness to have this person go, we the same, and start talking to you crazy. And you're like, yep, I'm out, but you need this bag. And so it's like that emotional decision making where it's like, all right, am I doing this on principle? Am I doing the right thing? Or am I being mad, wild, emotional right now? And that's what I try to gauge and run my filter through as of late in trying to grow my career trajectory into a sustainable business. But this is art at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit more delicate. There does have to be some of that emotional charge in it, but at the same time, this has to be sustainable. So I don't know. I wanted to ask you gentlemen about just emotional decision making and how it can impair the vision as a whole and compromise the vision as a whole because you're being emotional, or is that what it's supposed to be? Are you supposed to be fucking emotional and make emotional decisions?
That's completely a question on yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if there's much that could be said on that, because I know from at least from your angle, you're an artist, but then also putting on like a CEO or executive hat.
Yeah.
At the exact same time, so it's gonna be hard to like separate the two.
Yeah.
Unless you're going into a meeting with whichever hat on as that meeting head. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're doing it for like the business side, then yeah, when it comes to business, there's zero to do with emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
But then once you start putting it, it's hard. It's a blurred line though, where you're doing like artistry though at the exact same time, because you don't want to have them direct your artistry, which I get is a weird space because that's exactly what they want to do. When they're coming with like their pockets and stuff like that, they're over here talking about their vision is like something in line with like what your vision is, but we want to tweak this and then we want to tweak that and we want to change this. And then next thing you know, nigga, it's not your vision no more.
It's
my
like,
nigga, it's my shit.
Come be you. You're so great. We love it. And then you get in there and you're like, oh man, I just want to thank y'all for supporting me. So this is what I was thinking. Then you start mapping it out and you're like, yeah, this is what we had in mind. And you're like, wait, what? Like how the fuck did we get here?
Yeah.
Nah, that's a really great point.
Stupid. It's like the commercial y'all shooting, or like y'all know what the hell y'all doing. Like as far as like what's gonna work for like the public.
Yeah.
But what the fuck do they think they want to do? They want to see a black woman be out here fucking distraught and can't function. And that's the idea of
this is art.
Yeah, like
This is pain,
bro. But it's such a, it almost is art in itself because it's part of the menstrual cycle, and it's a really hard conversation to have, with the black folks who are just happy to be there. And don't understand and do not for 1 second understand the concept of choice, integrity, artistic integrity, morals. You better keep that government job. It's like, damn, man, we really had to do everything we had to do just to survive. And how dare we, privileged fucks, have anything to say to our elders who survived and made a way for us and made allowed our privileged asses to have artistic integrity. And so now there's a generational divide and gap, and we can't even see eye to eye and support each other. I had to do I did the prayer for Pop at the funeral, and it was funny when my aunt, shout out Aunt Gloria, she asked me to do it at Grandpa Larry's funeral, and I was like, the prayer, like what? Like I didn't really understand it, and so it took me a really long time to write it, and I just kind of wrote from the heart in that one. And this time wanted to do more of a prayer, but what I kept thinking about again was the process of earning Pop's respect, because when I moved back, I think I talked about this on the pod, I'm not sure, but when I moved back after school, I was supposed to apply for the feds. Nigga, you start at $120K a year. All you got to do is fill this application out. They're going to run a background check. You're going to be lit. Bro, that application sat on the kitchen table at mom's house, nigga, for like a month and a half. And my mom is funny in that way where she's a lot like me. She's a lot more tactful in how she tries to get information. She not just like, my nigga, what you doing? She like, yo, she just trying to hint at it and see what's up. So she might have asked me a few times, and then finally she just like, yo, fam, you need to fill that out. And then I'm like, ooh, let me break it to you. I'm about to rap. and again, to her credit, she didn't spazzo me, but she immediately called Uncle Ray, who didn't call to spazzo me. Rap, nigga, you know what you could make, you could do to them? Like, yeah, that sounds good and all, but it don't really work like that. His point was, you can make all this money and you can fund your art. You can do it. And he's not wrong. But in my mind, it just didn't work. Like I had been trying to do two things at once my entire life. It's like, yo, if you hoop, nigga, you can pay for school, do this. I was like, oh yeah, I could pay for school and this, I could still create. And it's like, I know that should so, nigga, by the time you hit the weights, you do individuals, you go to class, and then you watch film and then go to practice, nigga, you're not rapping a fucking word. You're not making no beats. You're not doing none of that shit. It's like, what does it look like going all in on one thing? Mm-hmm. What does it look like? I had no idea it'd be that scary. As scary as it's been, as far as like not having shit and like, you know, and so not knowing where the next dollar was going to come from. I had no idea that was in my future, but at the same time, I had no idea I'd be able to learn as much and grow as much as a creative either, and to be able to figure that shit out. And so, but I remember that day of having that conversation with both my mom, my uncle, and going, and I didn't react like a kid, like a privileged, spoiled kid. Mm-hmm. I understood 100% where they were coming from, and calmed myself down, and took a deep breath, and attempted to explain as much as I could what I was going to attempt to do, and just trust that, as opposed to needing to be right and needing for them to understand where I was coming from. Then I knew I had to earn that. Mm-hmm. And goddamn, man, if I haven't earned my mom being my biggest fan. But Pop was funny because he's old gangster, nigga. Tell you in a heartbeat, nigga, you want to rap? You better try to join the army so you get these benefits, nigga. Sir, excuse me? What? You want me to join the army so I get benefits? Yo, I hear that. Brilliant. But I'm about to do this music shit. Oh, man, you tripping. So when I tell y'all from the very beginning, I took him to dialysis 3 times a week for 2.5 years. First few months were hell. Want to rap, motherfucker, talking shit. Podcasts, we listening to Bomani, we listening to Combat Jack, we listening to all these dope ass stories, and then he like, man, these some great ass stories. And then me, Ellen, Poe start the podcast. Man, don't you make a podcast? We start having conversations about that. Now we listening to music execs and music moguls talk about their history. We listen to fucking anybody from Kevin Liles to you name it, nigga. We listen to those shows, those stories on Combat Jack. But what a lot of those stories had in common were, you know, betting on themselves and you know, and sleeping in studios and just catching lucky breaks, right? And so Pop is an artist at heart. So eventually that shit started to wear on him, and he's like, oh, damn, ain't this what you do? And then I get my Empire situation, but I made that whole fucking record in the dialysis center, nigga. It's beeps from the dialysis machine in the album, in Last Marauder. One of them songs is the fucking metronome is from his dialysis machine, nigga. And so he's going, man, you made that whole record there. I remember that. You know what I'm saying? It's like the context. And so that to earn the respect as opposed to responding emotional because somebody didn't agree with me in the moment. Fuck out of here, bro. It ain't that easy. It's not that simple.
Which is a cool lesson in life too, because
it's the greatest lesson.
It lets you know just how like results oriented people are.
Yeah,
you know, like people don't understand. Like you can talk about a dream or you can talk about something that you plan to do until you're blue in the face.
Facts.
But like actually putting the work and doing it, and then people being able to see the progress in it, and then actually there being something from it. You know what I mean? Like there's actual material, there's actual money, there's actual just things that are taking place. There's business being created, all that stuff like that. That is aligning people's fears along with like someone's progression. You know, like it's a connection that's happening. There's sparks that are happening. Yeah. But before that, there isn't. It's just dark. You know what I mean? Like when shit is dark, folks is out here just saying whatever they know. You know, and that is not just for like family. Like family could do that shit big time, but what's going on now with like people being able to talk with everyone is that people that don't know you, people that are fans of like your pictures or whatever it is that you look like you're aligning yourself doing, whatever, they are giving off their fears of them not doing much or not doing something at this moment. They're pushing that off on someone that is doing something. And the people that are doing something are reading these views and giving them a lot more credit than they need to, without knowing any background from whatever such and such at name. You know what I mean? So like that's it's a weird thing that takes place in that, because I get that story. Because that story makes a lot of fucking sense because you are with him 3 times a week going doing that. You know what I mean? Like, so y'all are around each other.
Yeah.
I don't get the people that pop online and listen to people that you have never had contact with before. That's the part I don't get. And it's also a reason why, like, I'm not online. You know what I mean? Like, I tried it for a bit or whatever, but I'm just not on there because, like, yes, okay, cool. Like, there's people that I knew of at some point that were on there.
Yeah.
But I don't know y'all today.
Yeah.
Why the fuck am I keeping up with y'all? You know what I mean? And then also, like, y'all keeping, like, you keeping up with me or whatever, I get it. But, like, I just didn't get the dynamic currently. Maybe at some point I will, but I just don't.
No, but
I don't connect with it.
You tried and I couldn't respect it more for you taking a stand for your current. Like that's not sensitive to me. That's the smartest shit in the world. It's like, yo, this is weird. I'm out. Nigga, I peeked in the room. There's some weird shit going on in there. I'm going to fuck home. Like, that's just smart to me.
Yeah.
Or do you subject yourself to it because you know this is the price of fame?
Right.
This is the price of being lit. Man, if you don't get that goofy shit out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got down that whole rant wormhole.
Yeah, we did.
What's crazy is, I'm just going to say this real quick, was this week was the first time my mom, like, she called me up and she was like, I'm really, really proud of you because she know I do like film shit.
Yeah.
But I sent her that praise dance video that I showed you.
Yeah.
And for her, it finally clicked.
Click. Yeah.
Because, you know, my mom's older, so if I send her a rap music video, she ain't going to watch that shit.
It's like, nigga, what? Guns?
And then, like, when I sent her the horror film that, you know, I co-wrote, she's like, why you send me this demon shit? She's like, I won't watch this shit. Got bitches cutting their feet off and shit. That was the whole conversation. So it was like she couldn't connect with the art, but then I sent her that.
Yeah.
And, like, she just called me up and she was like, wow. She was like, I didn't know you had that in you. And she was like, I'm really proud of
That's
you.
awesome.
That's dope.
That's awesome.
That's super dope.
That's awesome, man. That's what it be though. It's always you, and that's what I said in my prayer. That's the point I was making. It's like in my prayer, G, I said exactly what you said. It was the greatest lesson I could have learned was getting to earn that respect, as opposed to think I was entitled to having a dream and somebody coddle me into it. Because nigga, what was going to happen is I was gonna be in meetings for 4 years straight of people telling me no, I don't have it. Like that happened to me.
Yeah.
And had Pop, had my mom, had Uncle Ray, like had those folks not been so challenging, nigga, I don't know if I would have been able to make it with the first white person telling me I can't rap for real. Like that shit really happened. And then you would think nigga left the meeting with his head down. It's like, all right, when's the next one? It's like, and I remember, I'll never forget. Poor Freak, I love Freak to death. The first few meetings I went to by myself, and then Freak once me and Freak got like actual paperwork, he started attending the meetings. And I remember the first time, the first few no's we got, Freak being so torn down. And there was nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do for him. I was like, cut. I was like, you know, this happens like probably like twice a week, right? Like I get denied for shit all the time. And he's like, yeah, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take this shit no much. Because and to his point, he's not wrong. It was the Dame Dash shit. It's like we sitting in these meetings and these square ass white dudes. It's like, yeah, man, it's just not it. Like it's not, and freak motherfucker. Like his instinct was to get like
automatically.
I'm like, nah, cut. Like it's cool. Like it's totally okay. Like nah, fuck him, man.
Real life.
That's my freak. I love you, bro. Like, it just those
real
moments
because they'll sneaky get off something real disrespectful, bro. Just
man.
like with like a certain tone too.
Man.
Just like folks we talk about tone, but like certain tones though do be getting you though.
Man. But you had a really good topic of conversation. Forgiveness is simple, but it's the hardest thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
figure it out.
not trying to figure it out because I know exactly what you're saying. it's a simple concept, but the work of it is really hard.
To really forgive somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To forgive someone and to continue to have like an intimate, and not even like a romantic relationship, but just intimacy is like you close with somebody. And the work of forgiving them is in the work of like continuing to build. Or can you speak, or can either of y'all speak to, have either of you experienced true forgiveness, either displaying it or being truly forgiven by someone you really care about?
You want to go first? Yeah.
I'm still working on that. That's like the slowest part of my progression, man, is forgiveness. Cause
So you are experiencing with someone, you are trying to forgive someone right now.
bro, I'm trying to forgive somebody that's not even here no more.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So like
Damn.
my forgiveness tends to like,
I'm trying to forgive somebody who ain't even here no more.
yeah, like
It's
there's
a
levels
bar.
to like forgiveness, and like since that's such a heightened one, it factors into like forgiveness for people that are breathing, because because what tends to happen is that there's a shutdown, and you create this shell where it's better for you just to not like trip off of it in the first place. So it doesn't even allow in the potential for somebody to hurt you in a way for you to have to then forgive them. You know what I mean? So like you miss out on all those steps to even get to forgiveness by not having like the initial version of like forgiveness, whatever. So yeah, that's something that's like the slowest part of my progression. Like I try to work so hard at it, but that shit it's not something that I have much control over.
Yeah. I guess for me, it's myself. Like self forgiveness for me is hard as fuck to do. It's like when you think about certain things, and then it's like they say, bro, you just gotta let it go. You gotta forgive yourself. And yeah, that sounds easy. But then if you think about some of the shit that you're trying to forgive yourself for, in my head, it'd be like, nah, it can't be that easy. Like the decisions I made can't be that easy that I'm just like, forgive yourself, Lex, it's over. So I'll sit and I'll stew on that. And it's something like me and my therapist was like talking about, because she was like, one of your biggest things is you don't want to forgive yourself for past shit. And she was like, you ain't going to truly heal until you do that. And she was like, you know that, right? And I was like, yeah, but it's hard. And she was like, yeah, you got to do that shit. And she was like, you got to figure it out. Like talk it through yourself. Like, what's the real reason to why you don't want to forgive yourself? So that's where that all came to be, was me sitting in my office at the crib and just like taking that whole thing in.
So L trying to forgive somebody who's not here, you trying to forgive yourself. Holy fuck. Like, y'all stumbled onto something that's just, it's brilliant. But I think what the entire sort of conversation of today has had in common is like work. Like these efforts that, kind of blind, really. And y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Like, some days, and whatever it is, if you get up and you on your workout shit, it's like you got goals, but nigga, someday your back is hurting, your knee fucked up, and you're like, I gotta just gotta run through it. And fuck, what was that? I think I was talking to mom, grandma, and auntie, and just the turn, like in what rewiring has meant, and how impossible the process has been, but how grateful I am for it. But I still don't want to pretend like I got the answers yet, because of what fatigue has done to me most recently, and had me divert to things that I hadn't, as some certain habits and shit, I hadn't done in almost 3 years, bro. But because I was like fatigued for real, I leaned back on some of them old ass bad habits, fucked up communication, not processing at all, and I know better than that for me personally. And I think to Lex's point and what he uncovered in therapy is like how important that shit is to forgive oneself, but if you don't, how much of a wormhole that shit can see. Bro, addiction runs so rapid in my family, it ain't even funny. And at the center of that, this whole time, it literally just till now when both of you guys are speaking, because I think I'm a blend of both of what you guys are trying to do. You're trying to forgive somebody that's not here. You trying to forgive yourself. I'm trying to do the both of them, so like within one person, but I'm a spinning image of that person. So I'm trying to forgive myself too. It's the weirdest shit, but didn't even know that was a thing until just now. Like, nigga, you that punishment, that sabotage is all a byproduct of not being able to forgive yourself. And it's a really trippy thing. It's like, hey, it's a simple concept, and it's like, nah, nigga, that's like everyday work. And some days are better than others. Some days you have setbacks, and you gotta kind of like. And part of the importance of forgiving yourself is to not let yesterday turn into tomorrow. But it's hard to do because it's, nigga, seriously. Part of my evolution that I'm really proud of, and it's a reminder to get back on my shit, where moments, something that should have been a moment, G, would turn into a month of not communicating with someone who means the absolute world to me. 2 months, 3 months, or you have it. And then you start to lose people and you go, oh, well, that ain't cool. Like, who the nerve of me to think that I can be upset over something silly too. That's the fucked up part. It usually was something silly that could have been addressed in real time, but you're not assertive enough to do it. So now something that was silly that could have been dealt with in a matter of seconds and turned into a month of not communicating. Because you assume that person's going to be there and that no tragic ass accident can happen to them. And so now you thinking you God, bro. That shit is trash. So now, kind of, I'm like, Monty mode don't last a long time. No more. Let's say that. Monty mode is like, all right, nigga, a few minutes, you good? You know, where I'm trying to get it to be like instantaneous. It's like, nah, you get out of that because it's okay. But it's work. It's fucking work every day. And so with the fatigue, you kind of lean back on I ain't talking to nobody, man. It's like, nah, bro, that's that fatigue. You know, it's those that's those shitty habits coming back. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of it. And so much of the ascension is connected to said work. That's the other part too. It's like, man, things you doing good, man. You just like, yeah, man, I've been doing like self work. Huh? Nigga, I'm talking about being lit. I'm like, nah, fam, I don't have shit to do with it. Like, I'm just working on myself, and it's kind of working out, but it don't have nothing to do with like trying to chase fucking fame or nothing. It's like, bro, I want to be more tapped in with my folks and try to access the best part of me. Like, I may not ever get there. I'm completely open to that too, but at least let's try and see what happens in the process. I'm glad both of y'all shared that because I had never even considered either that. Trying to forgive someone who isn't here and trying to forgive myself, huh? That's fascinating as shit.
Yep, it's ongoing.
Niggas be trying to get deep and shit. Boy, I tell you. What we got, Lex? I think L has some shit about Jack Harlow. I don't know why you keep forcing fam on to me.
Not on your radar, buddy?
No, not even a little bit. In the movie theater, we talked about this off air. We haven't talked about it on the show, but the movie theater's closing and the streaming companies like, hey, Netflix like, hey, AMC, what you about to do with them buildings?
Exactly.
If Netflix gets us to go, so will our membership get us free tickets into the theaters?
Nah.
Not a chance.
So we got to go buy a ticket from Netflix and we paying the month.
I'm pretty sure Netflix will have like a premium option that you can.
Oh, you get a free pass.
You can add it to
Just
like
scan it on your phone.
That's fire though.
Yeah.
What you
kind of like what Amazon's trying to do with the stores and shit.
What you think it's like 30, 35 a month, 40 a month? People will pay that. I feel like people will pay that.
No, I think you'll be able to pay your tickets your ticket access through
the oh, you don't think it'll be a membership thing?
No.
It'll be like
I doubt it's
it will
like
charge on your next monthly bill. Like all the time.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
We gotta stop time. We just giving them
Giving
game.
them game.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Netflix,
what?
you welcome.
They're like, oh, what else? What else?
Imagine that being their way about it. That's exactly what it is, though, because there'd be a lot of free game out there.
The business of entertainment and movies, though. You guys are, I don't know two bigger movie buffs than you two. Would you guys miss the movies?
Yes.
I would.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would too.
I was already moving out of like the theaters for every film. But I for sure was narrowing it down to like blockbuster films.
Yeah.
So like Christopher Nolan films is a theater experience. Marvel experience is a theater.
Yeah.
Something that's big like that, maybe like Tim Burton and stuff like that, where like there's so much stuff going on the screen that you need a larger screen to just get the full experience of it.
And certain horror films.
And horror films too, yes.
So I wonder,
like in the Invisible Man would have been amazing on a large
theater,
screen. Yeah, like that would have been, and like the one with the surround sound stuff, because there was so much going on in the background of something that's not like you can't physically see it. That would have been a great one too. So
it was a good one on the big screen.
Yeah.
what is, I don't know, because there's a part of me that's going, is this all just going to go back to like real mom and pop and real small? So it's like, yo, shouldn't we just open our own theater? Like there's enough moviegoers in our proximity to justify, as the AMC's closed, as the Cinemark, like as all of them closed down, it's like all the moviegoers didn't just fall off the face of the earth and just go, I'm just gonna watch the shit at home.
I think the question goes to like, for those bigger films, what is it gonna cost now to get those
To license them? Got you.
Because now that everybody's starting to make deals with different streaming sites that these
specific.
movies, yeah,
it's like a bidding one.
That's true. So it's not even so much of a moviegoer experience. It's more of a monopoly to where if Netflix is doing the blockbuster themselves, they're not gonna license it to AMC, or if Marvel is doing it, or it's like we'll just open our own theater. Fuck you talking about?
Yeah, for sure. For those, I don't know if that's gonna revert back at all.
But it would be dope for independent filmmakers, for like the smaller budget filmmakers you would be able to get in contact with theaters and just work out a deal.
Got you.
Yeah, kind of doing like your what is that, like straight from like the film festivals into some of these different theaters. That'd be a cool route.
Can we?
I think just the experience inside the theater should still like, it could be upgraded on a small scale. So like, like how they were adding like the comfortable chairs or couches.
Yeah.
The food experience.
Nah, the comfortable chairs don't work, nigga. I ain't made it through a movie since. Nigga, I got
the shoes off.
Got
rub their feet together.
What was the nigga? No, seriously.
Yeah, no, real life.
What's the shit with Seth Rogen?
What's that? The light go out?
Oh, nigga, I don't make it through the credits.
During the previews? Yeah, it's a wrap.
What's the
gotta
Seth
get there
Rogen,
when the movie start?
Seth Rogen and then when they played the food.
Oh, Sausage Party?
Sausage Party? Nigga, I got so high and just went to sleep. Like, slept through the whole shit. Missed all of that. Yeah.
That was a wild film.
That was crazy.
Oh, man.
But that'd be interesting. That's gonna be interesting how that works out.
L's asking over under the Nets 2,000 dribbles per game.
Over.
I think everybody's taking over.
Yeah, I try to put a crazy number out there, but
do they do over unders for dribbles?
No, but they will.
Should.
They'll start doing that.
They should though, because now I'm curious. What's the average for dribbles in a game?
That's a great fucking question.
What's the average? Whatever the average?
Bro, if there's a statistician out there counting dribbles, bro, I don't want that job at all, my nigga.
Let's see. Let's count it. One. Oh, that must have been Kimba. One dribble pull up. That's definitely Kimba.
3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, just 7.
Yeah, and
that's 7 in one possession though.
And imagine putting that together all game, bro.
Hey, they need whoever that is need a bag. Nigga, I'm tired already. I done lost count.
Nah, that's why.
And you gotta have three. You gotta have three people do it too,
Yeah,
so
they
they
just got the little
see what the
Yeah,
average
see.
is, and they keep the average at the end of the game. So it's three niggas just.
I mean, they keep numbers on everything.
Everything.
So I don't see that being hard for them to start doing. It's such a tedious job to do, bro. But there's like film people that will easily do that shit. Like Eric Spoelstra before he became a coach would do that shit.
Facts. Spo. Before we get out of here. No, I think that was it, fellas. New Big Three. That's
Right,
what
we already
we got it already. Oh, The Servant, season 2.
Elle didn't see it yet, so I ain't gonna speak on it.
You want to do a little tidbit of Your Honor?
No, because I couldn't think of it. That's my fault. I'm gonna watch it. Y'all gotta relax. But is everybody caught up on This Is Us?
Oh yeah, This Is Us. This episode just now.
I'm telling you, Randall and Beth getting a spinoff. I've been saying it.
They got to. But I think this episode might have touched me the most out of any of their episodes.
Gee, I think I maybe shed a tear a little bit.
What, bro? With that whole water shit, bro, they got
It
me.
felt like the water dancer.
That's what I'm saying. When I was watching it, I was like, bro, this shit.
This is the water
They
dancer.
incorporated water dancing in this motherfucker. But yeah, like
Yo.
And when he finally had that conversation, and then he let all that shit go, and then just the look that he had when he was in the car, bro, like all that shit.
Yep.
Because up to that point in Randall's character, you could just see
The
how
heaviness.
heavy
the
everything is.
entire series. So that character arc, for him to have that close, and this brought up a fucking. No, it didn't bring up. It should have brought up a conversation about closure last night. It didn't. I need to ask y'all that, where y'all stand with that word. But the closure his spirit got, and how his character arc was immediately impacted by that shit. I just thought it was brilliant writing. That's all.
For sure.
That was epic, man.
And then just Beth is an MVP, bro.
Facts.
She's been an MVP for a long time,
Facts.
but she just keep doing it every season.
Yeah.
MVP again.
Yeah. Closure.
Because she walked him through that whole process, bro.
Is this
was just
is this too much? Do you need to like literally checking in? That was impressive. That was really impressive.
Bro.
Damn.
And that story, man.
High. Shout out to High, man.
Shout out to High,
High a
man.
legend.
Shout
High
out
is a
to
real
High,
legend.
man.
High is a real legend.
Shout out to High for spending that many years with the love of your life just across the little flea market from you.
Man. Love stories be that epic though. The
He's like, thank you for telling me a story.
The
That rivals the Notebook.
Yeah. Randall was pissed off. It's like, bro, I don't want to hear this lovey Dory shit. She left me, fam. Closure. Do y'all believe in it or no?
In closure?
Yeah.
Yes.
You believe in closure?
I don't think you're gonna always get it,
That part.
but I do believe in it.
You do believe in it, but you don't think you always get it. Do you? Okay. You believe in it, but you don't think you always get it. If you have the opportunity to get it, do you recommend getting it, or you just think it's like, forget the personal preference, just based off your experience in either having it or not having it, would you always seek it based off of what you get from it?
Yeah.
Yes, I think you should definitely seek it and try to get it. But it's those rare occasions where you can give it, but you cannot receive it.
Yes.
And that's an unfortunate
That's
situation
a
because,
bar.
like, when you're able to give, like, what it is that you know in order to present more of a picture to someone who really, really needs it, but there's no way to reciprocate or give back the necessary information that you would need because of other factors that are involved. You know, like whether it is that the family doesn't fuck with you or whoever has the information is too caught up in their feelings about it to therefore give you the necessary information for your closure. So therefore you're left without it. Is just a unfortunate situation, man.
Yeah.
Like it truly sucks. But it is what it is. So closure can be very, very tricky. But at all costs, if you can obtain it, then it's imperative.
That's impressive, G. Because that's a real bar. You can give it, you don't always get it though.
Yeah.
And it's like it's forgiveness. Like they say, forgiveness. It ain't like people go, well, it's gonna make me soft. It's like, nah, fam. It's not for the other person. It's for you. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not exclusive in that way. Mm-hmm. Nor is closure. So I'm glad you worded it like that, because I don't even up until now I don't think I'd even considered it that it's like, yo, you can offer it to someone and necessarily mean you're gonna get it in return, and it can't even be the mindset going into it.
It's too many factors, bro. It's too many factors that comes into play, and you can't. Like, everybody has their own personality, their own like way about things, and people are on their own individual journeys as well. Like, journeys don't always align with each other. Yeah. So like at the time that you may need it is not the time when someone's able to give it to you, or even wants to, or even gives a fuck to. You know, so like that's just something that you have to be not necessarily okay with, but just understand that that's a possibility.
Absolutely.
You don't always have to be okay with shit. Just know shit is a possibility.
Facts. Man, fellas, it's a way to come in here and just power through. I don't know, man. I'm worried about our listener now. I ain't stopped thinking about that the rest of the show. Like, damn, man, I hope you're all right, brother.
He gonna be good.
Yeah, decision on you, man.
I'll tap in with him later in the week.
Yeah, make sure you're good. Make sure you're good, man. I as always, I appreciate my guys. I appreciate the listeners tapping in. Remember to subscribe and hit the notifications on the YouTube page.
Them boys was 7 of 46 from the 3-point line.
Sheesh. It's been another episode of Meet the Brave Pod. We'll see y'all next week.
Love.
Yes.